Welcome back, my friends. Today's subject is one of those things that virtually every salesperson says they do, and they really believe they do it well, yet it is also one of the most misunderstood subjects that I have come across in my 30-plus years as a sales trainer. Today's subject is building rapport, which is also known as the connecting phase of the sales process. It's often called the greet and meet stage, or whatever else you want to call it, but it typically refers to the first stage of the sales process. Now, some of you may be thinking, yeah, Underwood, I know all about rapport. I do it all the time. Well, I suggest you stay tuned because there's way more to this story than you may know. There are two questions that I want to address in this video. First of all, what is rapport? And second, when does rapport need to be established? So first, let's look at the actual definition of rapport. A friendly, harmonious relationship characterized by agreement, mutual understanding, and empathy, which make communication possible and easy. So rapport isn't about being liked. It's about being valued. It's about being valued for your desire and your ability to listen and understand your client. So the first takeaway from this video is rapport is all about creating a safe environment for open disclosure. People need to feel comfortable with sharing with you not only their dreams and desires, but also their fears, doubts, worries, and concerns. Now let's discuss when rapport needs to be established. You see, I have way too many sales professionals say, I build rapport all the way through the sales process. Well, the first thing that tells me is they don't build rapport up front or in the beginning of the process. And why is that important? Well, it's important to establish rapport in the beginning of the sales process simply because what is going to follow as the next step in that process. Everyone who's ever been exposed to a sales process knows that one critical part of any sales process is asking relevant and meaningful questions. It is critical that you find out what your customers' wants and needs are, as well as their fears, doubts, worries, and concerns, right? It's also to your benefit to find these things out earlier in the sales process as opposed to later. That only makes sense as well. Furthermore, you need people to give you truthful and complete information. Now, who would be more likely to give you complete and truthful information? Would it be a person that trusts and values you or one that does not? Well, I think the answer is pretty obvious. So if you wait to build rapport all throughout the sales process, you might be setting yourself up to get incomplete or worse yet, incorrect information from your prospective buyer. Listen, in all of my 101 strategic sales courses our members have access to, I absolutely stress the importance of building rapport before you move on to the next step. I explain in great detail that virtually every new potential client you meet is experiencing some level of stress in two specific areas. First, they feel stress about accomplishing what it is they want to do, be it finding the right boat, the right home, or having the right swimming pool installed at their home. The second place where they feel some level of stress is in their relationship with you, especially in the beginning, the sales professional. Are you the right person who will help them find what it is that they're looking for, or are you just interested in selling them something? People will simply not open up to you until they trust you and place their faith in you. Then and only then can you expect to get complete and accurate information. And may I also add, if all too often you find yourself in the position of having to pry information from your prospective buyer and getting them to open up is like pulling teeth, just know it isn't because you're not asking the right questions. Rather, it's because they are not yet ready to provide you with those answers. And to fix this problem, spend more time getting to know them and giving them a little bit more time to get to know you. Believe me, they want someone to help them. They just need to know that it's you they want to do business with. This is precisely why your client needs to feel comfortable with you before they will be willing to share relevant information with you. So the second takeaway from this video is always ensure your client is comfortable with you before you begin that meaningful dialogue and before you expect them to give you complete, truthful, and accurate information. So there you are, my friends. Always spend enough time with your client creating a safe environment for open disclosure. I realize we're all under a time crunch today, and I fully understand that clients don't always give you a lot of time to do everything you need to do, but they will give you enough time to do that which is absolutely critical, and that is building rapport. Build a friendly relationship that is based on careful listening and complete understanding. Don't worry about being liked, but rather be obsessed with being valued. I promise you, you'll be glad that you did.